Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by TireOutlet.com. Wholesale prices, premium service.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. Now, by the way, as we welcome you back here to the drill at 7:23 in the A of M, we did run a poll question yesterday. Should the Jags consider drafting Kyler Murray? We had 1,700 votes because I accidentally left it up for 24 hours.
Yeah, why not?
But more than 1,700 votes. 52%, half said no. 23% said first round. 25% said second round. It seems like second round's leaving quickly, by the way, as an option.
Well, that's uninformed poll results. He'll never last around two.
Right.
If he goes football. You bring up an interesting topic. I want to get back on Kyler Murray a little bit later because I want to compare. I think there's this notion that baseball is this sure thing. If you're a quarterback in the NFL, you're going to make a lot more money than he's going to make as a baseball player. Well, he's a middle infielder,
Well,
Dan.
hang on. If you're a quarterback, and it's not, it shouldn't all be, I can't imagine it's all about money.
It's easier to be a football player than a baseball player.
They say he loves football more.
Well, then there's your, and if you could be a first-round pick, there's your answer.
But that's the point. If you're picked in the top, first round, you'll get your $5 million. If you're, what did Taven Bryan get? I think he got 5.5, and he was picked at the end of the first round, if I'm not mistaken. So,
and he won't last that long.
No, but yes, but longevity-wise, if you're a great baseball player, you'll make a ton of money in baseball.
But I'll tell you this: look at the history and longevity of first-round quarterbacks and compare it to the number 9 pick in the baseball draft.
I think the point for him is he should go do what he loves because he's going to make out of the gate at least the same amount of money and probably more in football.
Right. And I think the reason that he definitely signed baseball, I don't think he had any idea that he would become this.
No.
I do get a kick out of, though, people speculating, well, he likes the fame now. Or how do you know?
No.
That's just yes. To answer your question,
yes.
Dan,
yes.
When Brian signed his 4-year contract, it's a 4-year, $10.1 million contract, 8.9 in guarantees, including 5.4 in signing bonus.
Yeah,
twice
so
as much money.
No, he got 5.4 signing bonus.
Right, so right up front, he got 5.4,
which is
at
what
29th overall.
Right, so Kyler Murray could say,
that's all Kyler Murray got.
Right.
But even Brian got twice as much money as Kyler Murray.
Over 4 years. But I'm saying if he goes and flames out as a quarterback in the NFL, then that's all he's going to get. If he goes and flames out as a baseball player and doesn't progress through the minor leagues, that will be his big chunk of change. So either way, he'll get more money off the bat in football than baseball, which I don't think anybody would have said before the season began.
He will also,
right?
I guess my point, though, Dan, is he will also, if he's a starting quarterback in the NFL.
If he's a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Well, if you're a first-round pick, he's going to be for a while. He'll get
the length of this first contract. If he flames out, he's Blake Bortles, and that's that.
And if you flame out in baseball, you're not going to make a dime, and you're going to ride buses.
No, I hear you.
It's the quality of life, for a starting NFL quarterback versus a middle infielder is, night and day, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Jeff, let's so much for waiting on Kyler Murray, but that was good. Let's do this. Again, another young, pretty coach will be hired by Cincinnati. That's 3 of those guys who all came off the board. But I will ask you this question. Does the Rooney Rule still exist? And is it and should it exist? And why are there no black coaches getting hired? Is that it's fair to bring that up?
This is a hard one to deal with because I think it's a two-pronged question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think NFL teams are avoiding hiring black coaches.
Okay.
I really don't.
Okay.
There may not be enough that are qualified yet so, I mean, if Sean McVay had a 35-year-old black assistant, I think.
Okay, why would you hire a quarterback coach from L.A. And not hire Eric Bieniemy, who's the OC, although doesn't call the plays, but has a lot more experience, and everybody has kind of said that he will be a great head coach in the NFL one day.
But I could turn that around on you and say, why would you hire a 35-year-old quarterback coach from the Rams and not hire Todd Monken?
Sure.
Who's coordinated top 5 offenses where he's that's why I hesitate to lump it into I mean, is Eric Bieniemy more qualified than Todd Monken because he's a black head coach?
No.
Do you think the Chiefs are ever I don't. I think it's a matter of the pool of candidates needs to grow. You need to have more Byron Leftwiches and Eric Bieniemys, and then you will. I don't think that any NFL team is afraid to make their head coaching hire because the guy's a black guy. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
And I would certainly hope that GMs and presidents around the league aren't carrying a lesser opinion of two candidates.
I think there's one black GM right now.
Yeah.
One.
And Ozzy's stepping down, so
yes.
that you lose one there. I want my team to win. If the entire organization is made up of black people or Asians or Hispanics, I don't care. Now, if I'm a black man, though, and I'm striving for progress in that area, then, that would bother me.
Okay.
It would. But as the football fan in me, I just want the best guy. And if you hire the wrong guy, I don't care if he was what his nationality or ethnicity was. But I do understand that the bigger issue and why some people would, want that social side of it, to be addressed. So, we'll see. I think it's a very positive sign to not let anything linger and to have a meeting of the minds immediately. And apparently Leonard Fournette has done that with Tom Coughlin and the brass. And I would imagine that Leonard Fournette was told in no uncertain terms that you're on zero tolerance. And this is now professional football. We're not playing flag football in the park. We're not at college. There is no downtime. Your body is your vehicle in this game. Your physicality is your moneymaker. And so, we're not gonna sit around and wait on you to get it. So if you can get it here, quick, we'd love to have you. Listen, Dan, one thing I want people. I'm getting a little tired of this narrative that Leonard Fournette is just no good, can't make people miss. Leonard Fournette ran for 1,800 yards as a sophomore at LSU against the best of the best of competition.
Well,
it's in there. Can you get it out?
Yeah, listen, Jeff. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not getting tired of that because there are things what we know, okay? We know he's missed 21 of 32 games. We know he was suspended by the NFL. We know he was suspended by the team, okay? We know that. We know that he's paid fines for a lot of fine money over his 2 years, okay? We know about the team picture incident. We know there's a tardiness there. We know that there is some skipping of some rehabilitations. So we know that. We know the look at the end of the season infuriated the organization. So that's a lot of fences to mend.
I agree with all that.
I'm getting there. But to get back to your point, on top of all that, what we haven't seen yet, and again, I always say this, I don't believe the Jaguars had this success that they had in 2017 without drafting Leonard Fournette. He was a critical part. He had 14 touchdowns. He converted 3rd and 1s. But he has we still need to see the runs of the other 4 top 10 running backs who have been drafted in the last few years. He has not played up to yet a Todd Gurley. He has not played up to yet a Saquon Barkley. If you go back to Saquon Barkley's run against the Jaguars in his first game ever, I'd never seen Leonard Fournette do that. I had hopes that Leonard Fournette was going to have a breakout season this year because of that little 23-yard touchdown run he had in the preseason at home where he wiggled and ran and exploded through the hole. That was impressive. He was also impressive at a half against the Buffalo Bills, but that's about it for this year.
And I've never seen a running back gain weight during a season.
Yeah.
Look at Leonard Fournette against the Giants. Go back and look at the tape, and then look at the tape of him against the Redskins. He looks fat. He's 15 pounds heavier, unless he's wearing a flak jacket and supersized pads. So the guy gained weight.
But what I'm trying to tell you is, I think that narrative is fair, and maybe it's in there, but I still need to see that it's in there. I haven't. Again, he's good at some things. He's good at getting into the end zone. He's good at moving the chains. He's good at sticking his nose in there, and that's what a short yardage back does. We need a home run hitter. We need Zeke, Gurley, Saquon, or who am I forgetting?
Who's the other top? Melvin Gordon.
No. The guys who went in the top 10.
Gordon was the top 10. There was
no. There's 4 of them. There's Zeke, Gurley, Saquon,
and Fournette.
No, and Fournette, and one more. Who am I forgetting?
There's not another one.
Yes, there is. In the last 4 years, there's been 4 other guys in the top 10 running backs.
In the top 10, then it's Melvin Gordon.
No. Gurley, Zeke, oh, my God, Saquon. Somebody help me.
I think you've
I'm not. I promise
bedazzled yourself.
No, I haven't. Okay, we'll get it in a minute.
All right.
Because
Who's been successful, you mean?
Huh?
Who's been a successful running back?
Yes! He's unbelievable, whoever it is.
I've got Saquon last year.
Yeah.
Leonard the year before.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott in 16.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley in 15.
Yeah.
And that's it.
No, Christian McCaffrey. Thank you. Also in the top 10, Leonard's year. And he had his tremendous year this year.
He's been better.
Those are 4 guys that I'm talking about.
The point that you glossed over, that I'm not talking about all those other missteps. I'm talking about physically it is doing Leonard Fournette. Okay?
I still want to see it.
Well,
I want to see it.
Then look at his 2015 game film at LSU.
That doesn't count.
It does count.
This is the NFL. You got to do it at this level. Then I'll say, okay.
All right, what about the Steelers run? What about the run against the Rams? What about the Steelers run in the playoffs where he got around the corner? But he's got to be in that kind of shape.
And he's got to do it. He's got to do it consistently.
He's got to be committed. My point is this. I guess the point I was trying to make is if Leonard Fournette will commit to being that guy, he is that talent. But you trust that commitment much less than you do any other player in his position.
Fair enough.
Right now. We're over, but I had one question I wanted to run by you because I'm just fascinated by this James Harden and what he's doing offensively.
Yes.
And then we got talking, and what at first seems like it was just kind of a company line when the Rockets GM said he thinks that James Harden is the best offensive player of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And you flush that away and chalk it up to embellishment.
Yeah.
Who is now, I'm not talking about overall player, and I don't mean champion.
MJ.
Better scorer than.
Yes.
Well, MJ never scored 14 games in a row.
No.
MJ never scored 41, 6 games in a row.
No.
I'm just talking about score. I'm not talking about defense.
This is still a short. Go look at scoring titles. What
about Kobe?
What about Kareem?
What about Kobe? What about Dominique Wilkins? Those guys?
Well, those guys,
in that category?
Yes.
All right, I was just curious.
No, I mean, but I'm just saying, look.
Jordan's such a complete player that it's
you
almost.
You can't penalize him because he's also an unbelievable scorer.
Well, who has the highest, I wonder, scoring average lifetime?
What about KD?
He
can
score. Yeah, no doubt.
What about AI?
He was a scorer. The problem with AI is that 38% shooting percentage some years was.
All right, Jordan led the league in scoring. 1, 2, 3.
Jordan has the highest career scoring average.
4,
he does.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm not
10 years minus the 2 he left. It would have been 12 years in a row. So if James Harden's going to rip off 12 years in a row, then we can talk. James Harden scoring 30 and 33. And you told me in the last segment there are more points being scored in the NBA than ever before. Well, Jordan was knocking down 32.
For the record,
yeah.
James Harden is 21st all-time with career scoring average 23.5. Michael Jordan 30.12, Wilt 30.07.
Yeah.
And then you got a 3-point drop-off till you get to Elgin Baylor, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James. And
yeah.
Durant and James at 27.1 each, could argue they're better right now than James Harden at 23. But Harden is on an unbelievable, unstoppable run, and watch him is pure. It's art.
But, it's good. It's interesting you bring this up because your point is a good one, but this is what we do in sports.
Yeah.
We grab something that's – but it's been a shorter period.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing's
James Harden won the MVP. He's doing a lot of this last year, too.
Well,
he's gotten to the point, Dan, where when he's standing the ball at the top of the key and he does that jab step back, it's unguardable.
Yeah.
I mean, the best 6'7", fast twitch athletes in the world are powerless to stop him.
The Iceman led the NBA in scoring 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
So –
they're spit scores. They're great scores for sure.
All right, we'll take a break. We got more coming up.
Friday
I need a number, Dan.
Yeah, what are you giving away? Did you already say? I don't think you did.
Haven't, no.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Give me a number.
Number 2.
Caller number 2 right now, 641-1010. Going to get a pair of tickets for Thomas Rhett live at the Veterans Memorial Arena coming up on October 4th. Rhett will be joined by Dustin Litch, Russell Dickerson, and Rhett Aikens at the arena. Tickets go on sale today, 10 a.m., on Ticketmaster.com. You'll also get dinner for 2 from our friends at Chick-fil-A. Call number 2 right now, 641-1010.